my totals. It's time to bake up with your girl. So let's bake up and make it happen. Let's make today happen. So we got stuff to do. Right. Okay. Let's see. I feel really good today compared to yesterday. I feel great. Today is a new day. Monday, June 5th. Isn't that awesome? It says, Pavlov's pothead. I hear the sound of a bong clink and my eyes begin to water. Kieran Culkin as Igby and Igby goes by. Pavlov's pothead. I hear the sound of a bong clink and my eyes begin to water. Okay. February 6th, a term used by overeducated potheads to describe marijuana that is exceptionally dry. Xeric. 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 Premium bud is usually a little sticky to the touch and should never turn to dust in one's hands. Oh, yeah. The term has yet to catch on among the larger pot smoking community. Oh, really? Primarily because it is important to use it in a sentence without sounding like a pretentious dick. Xeric. Oh, no, I can make it sound good. I can make it sound like I can make it float. Yeah. Xeric. Let me stop. That's not funny. Nothing funny about that. But it is. Because that's news. Never heard no shit like that. Gotta remember that. Don't smoke that Xeric weed. Dry. Why did some call it dry? Gotta be special like this. And that's probably the point of the comment. Don't use it in without a sentence. Like, if you use that word at all, and the sentence or not, you're probably gonna sound like you being a snob. But at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? If you got 2 tits and you want to give it away, I suggest you do it. Who doesn't want 2 cents? I'm feeling like these are real good. This will be my first blunt of the morning. Durban Poisons. Love it. Wrong intro. There's an exit. Seems like my life has been changing for the better. So, also, while I'm rolling up, I'm going to get to the news for the day. If there is any. I mean, we have options still. I'm going to go to International High Life. Grinder. Get something rolling up. Oh, well, there's the top of my grinder. How did they get all the way over there? Where's the rest of my grinder? It's shit weird. Well, whatever. International High Life, and I'm rolling by hand, and I don't have my papers. What is going on today? I am not ready. I just woke up. Fuck it. If y'all just woke up, we can roll up together. I don't feel like getting up no more. Looking for shit in the middle of my show. Should have had it ready. In the middle of this show, our show. Should have had it ready. It's rude to keep moving around, getting up, leaving you guys in suspense. Fresh, newest posts, growing trends, smoking, hottest posts. Let's see. We know everything we need to know about moon rocks. What I assume. Alright. This is gonna take all day, but I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna roll up my approach joints, and then I'll go get some more papers from my purse later. Damn it. Fucking damn it. I am in a rush, and I need to slow the fuck down. Or I could just get up and get some papers. But no, I want to recycle. Look for some news with you guys. Hope you guys are smoking good today. Smoking that good or whatever you love. Don't have to be loud. You know? You did THCA. I forgot what THCA is. How many grams in an ounce? Well, we should know that. Jeez. Okay, here we go. Weed nails. Yeah, kind of, sort of. You really got to go all out to make the weed nails look good. Okay, we get somewhere. Alright, let's do countries with the craziest marijuana laws. Let's do something interesting, I guess. Positive. I don't know. Something different. Archaic beliefs coupled with closed minds make for dangerous waters for the marijuana lover in some countries. While America still has some harsh penalties for possession, We can thank our lucky stars and stripes we do not live in other parts of the world where execution is not unheard of if one is caught with a large amount. Okay, that sucks. Crazy marijuana consequences. Although today's world is seeing a marijuana awakening, there are still some countries existing in the dark ages where marijuana law, crime, and punishment are conserved. For many, travel is an essential part of life, very much. Overseas travel, as well as traveling to other countries on the same continent, is an everyday occurrence for millions of people everywhere. Unfortunately, carries with it a whole lot of unknown factors for the traveling marijuana user. Yeah, man, you gotta learn these things before you leave. You can't just up and run across the state line and be like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's not. Seriously. That's why we're here, to learn these things. Learn where it's good and where it's bad. You get shot. You go in the wrong spot. You can get hurt in more ways than one if you're in the wrong area at the right time. For many, travel is an essential part of life. Oh, yeah, I just heard that. Okay. One can opt to try to find product along the way. I got some new tips too. Good. The seasoned traveler is more likely to carry their own along the way, along their journey. Yes. But that can be dangerous. While this can alleviate the hassle of trying to find it, there is still a decent chance it can and will be found by police if given the chance and inclination. That's no good. Should one be so inclined to travel with their goods, here are a few places that should be added to the no list. It says no, like just no, exclamation mark, quotations, all of that. Like seriously, don't do it. People fucking crazy, dude. This is really ridiculous to me. It's like, how do you let people run your body like that? But people do all the time. People let other people tell them what they can't do to their own body. That shit is beyond me. I know these motherfuckers is out here crazy. So it's some things you don't have to share with motherfuckers, especially motherfucking haters. You don't have to share your life with haters. You can live your life in peace and you can keep it all to your damn self. I promise you. It's only a problem when you inviting other motherfuckers into your world. Japan's #1 on the list. Not that I was interested in going to Japan like anytime ever, especially with Google Maps being around. I just wasn't. I'm trying to go to like off-continent places. Japan was just not on the list. It didn't even make the list. Didn't make the middle, the side, nothing. Just didn't. China made the list. Japan just did it. And China's still at the bottom corner. Oh, I ain't missing nothing. You missing stuff? Maybe. The Japanese culture has a great dislike for the marijuana culture. Oh, fuck. See? Why I care? Now that I know this, I need to stay away from places like that. That's Japanese culture, even if they're here. I believe it. With a long documented history promoting honor and virtue, the root of all bad doing is the result of an inherent underlying evil of the person. They so biased. Needless to say, it does not make for a marijuana-friendly environment. Yeah. Drug use is seen as the admission of a deep-seated evil. That is crazy. That's just as crazy as the Koreans. It is not likely that if caught with marijuana, one would likely be given any sympathy. I thought this was going to be like something different. Not a torture article. Let me see. I'm going to keep going. I don't like this though. A single joint can get someone up to 5 years in a labor prison with a nice dose of hard labor. The cannabis control law of Japan, no joke. First-time offenders may get off a little lighter with a 6-month sentence. Do not expect any reprieve upon a repeat offense. Foreigners are not likely to spend any significant jail time in Japan. They will, however, be deported from the country and banned for life, never to return. Philippines. No place that I wasn't trying to go either. Another place I wasn't trying to go. Not even for their cheap ass weed. There is not much wiggle room in the Philippines for a marijuana user. First-time offenders are sent to a mandatory rehab for at least 6 months. People willing to try again and get caught can spend anywhere from 6 to 12 years in prison. For anyone caught growing marijuana in the Philippines, it is absolutely life or death, as that will be the likely sentence: life in prison or the death penalty. Yeah. It's life or death. It's not a good option. That sucks dick. 2 places I never wanted to go anyway. Never even thought about going. For anyone caught growing marijuana in the Philippines, it is, under the Dangerous Drugs Act, the Philippine government will make life a living hell. One man was jailed for 15 years after being caught with 2 sticks, assumedly meaning joints of marijuana. Sticks, 2 sticks. Malaysia, another place I never thought about going. Driving drunk and marijuana possession is punished harshly under Section 6 of Malaysian law. Possession of cannabis is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and fine of up to 20,000 ringgit, about $6,500. Possession of more than 50 grams will bring at least a fine of 5 years in prison and a possible lashing. 10 strikes can be administered by the offender under Section 39A. Distribution is punishable by death. Foreigners are likely fined, jailed, and deported. Less than 1/2 an ounce carried, a sentence of 2 years for one man. Cultivation under Section 6B is not for the weak in Malaysia. The mere planting of one cannabis seed is punishable by at least 6 lashings and life in prison. How about this is hell on earth? Fuck what they talking about. Anybody that don't want you to be happy and healthy is running a fucking hell cell. I don't give a fuck what you say. This is hell on earth. If you are, just like I said, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. In general, this would be another location one should seek to avoid, thus avoiding any unnecessary hassles. In 2010, a man was jailed for a total of 8 years for being found with just less than 58 grams of cannabis. One charge was only based 12.65 grams, less than a half ounce. and carry a sentence of 2 years. The worst case scenario, getting caught dealing a lot of cannabis, can lead to the death sentence. Indonesia, another place I was never thinking about going. This is crazy. Places I never ever would have thought to go. If I had 2, 3, 4, 5 lives, I would be like, let's take a second trip somewhere else. I'm just saying. It's just never drew me to be there. Never made me feel like, oh, I need to be there. Nothing, never. Beautiful Indonesia in Southeast Asia, another place that you can see on Google Maps. So, has some fierce anti-drug laws. Mere possession of a joint can carry a sentence of up to 4 years in prison. There is no tolerance for the weary traveler either. Australian Chappelle Corby narrowly escaped death by a fringe squad in lieu of 20 years in the Pookie. That's a whole bunch of Australian talk, and I don't know what the fuck they say. So, while escaping death is a good thing, it is hardly a fair sentence. Importation of cannabis, whether international or accidental, is highly frowned upon. The average sentence for one convicted of bringing marijuana into Indonesia is between 5 to 15 years in an Indonesian prison. Avoiding the firing squad is considered lucky. United Arab Emirates. I don't even know where that is. And it sounds like someplace I would never want to go anyway. Oh, China's on the list. I ain't never going to China. Ever. Vietnam and Iran and Thailand. There. I gotta keep going though. I'm gonna keep reading this bullshit. This is a buzzkill, but I'm gonna read. The top 10 places, the top 10 hells on earth. The strictest law on the books could quite possibly come from the United Arab Emirates. I guess I'm saying that right. I don't really care. In Dubai, oh man, I was thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it too much. I've heard some things about Dubai, but I got to thinking like, I don't really care about Dubai. I seen the pictures, and now it's like, to see it with my real eyes, my own 2 eyes, it's like, what? I will go that far just to see something that I'm not that attracted to with my own 2 eyes. I'm more attracted to water than I am buildings. So, I'm more attracted to water than I am gold cars. That's not going to be mine. And if it was mine, it's like, I don't think I'm going to have very many friends with a gold car. I think I'm going to probably have a lot of the opposite. So, it's kind of like, I'm not missing nothing. Not missing anything at all. In Dubai, the smallest trace of cannabis is a mandatory 4-year prison sentence. Fuck that. I'm good. I ain't missing a damn thing. And I will never miss it. So these are places to never go in your only lifetime. Unless you are the devil. Or one of the little baby devils. Whatever the little things that might dance around it. I don't know. Everybody got their own idea of Satan or the devil or evil. But the best way I can describe it is little devil worshippers. There's a lot of names for evil people, so pick one. This shit crazy. Having it in the bloodstream or urine can be considered possession in extreme cases. It is not just marijuana to which these extreme laws can apply. Poppy seeds, I don't have none of those, and I don't want none of those. The kind found on many breads can fall under these laws. Poppy seeds from breads? Whatever. Not that I eat that shit anyway. One example of the extremes to which they will go to prosecute these crimes is almost comical if they were not true. I guess. I don't even like to think about shit like that. It's not funny to me, but whatever. To each his own. A man was found to have a marijuana cigarette stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Because he was found with it at the airport, authorities charged him with possession of 0.003 grams of cannabis. He spent 4 years in jail. Unless he came up with the lamest way ever to carry his last scriptlets of bud, this was an extreme case of overkill. Like, it must have got like a roach was stuck on his foot and he walked into the airport. It was meant to be. That's all I can think. This is one place one does not want to mess around. It does not matter what the reasoning of having marijuana in one's possession. Get caught and go to jail, period. Make your life heller. And this is what people let people do to each other. Crazy. China. Being caught with drugs in China can be punished by forced participation in a government-ran drug rehab facility or execution. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. That's what it said. I didn't say that part. It said, yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. I didn't add that. Vietnam. Place that was never on my list. Not even if I had 6 or 7 lives. This is another place that is known for executing many people for drug trafficking. Possession of more than 1.3 pounds of heroin is automatically grounds for death. Damn. Granted, heroin is more detrimental than marijuana, but it would still not be wise to tempt the fates in Vietnam. Why would you go to Vietnam? It's like, yeah, man, some places you just like gotta question yourself if you decide to spend your valuable time in this only life that we believe we have. If that's all we have, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm guessing, I believe it. But if you do only have one life, are you seriously gonna waste it on places like that? Unless you are trying to run them. Iran. Opium is a opium. What does that got to do with us? Let's see though. Opium is a particularly prominent issue for Iran. Okay. Production in nearby Afghanistan spills copious amounts of products through the borders. Copious amounts of product through the borders. Spills. I said pills. I'm tripping. Production in nearby Afghanistan spills copious amounts of products through the borders. What the fuck ever. I read it right this time. In general, Iran is not known for being tolerant of criminals nor their offenses. Is all the high-ass editors like getting so stoned that they don't really give a fuck no more to double check this shit? At first I thought it was just herb. Now it's international high life. So anyway, I ran. Being caught in possession with drugs is at best a crapshoot. Best case scenario finds one stuck with a huge fine. Worst case scenario, one finds one on death row. Thailand, again, wasn't on my list of places to go anyway. Not Mississippi. Narcotics traffickers in this beautiful country face death if caught. Alternatively, those found to be users of drugs are usually sentenced to a mandatory rehabilitation. While it is a far cry better than facing the firing squad, there is not much chance of the Thai rehab center being anything like Club Med. I don't know what Club Med is. I heard of it, but conclusion. No matter where our travels take us, it is always best to assume that the law is not going to be on our side should we be caught with illegal substances for any kind in any country. When in doubt, please err on the side of caution. No matter how slick we think we are, no matter how well we think we hide our stash for every person who got away with it, I am sure there are many others who did not. We need our herb-friendly citizens of Earth to be out among the non-incarcerated and fighting the good fight for legalization here, not from behind the walls of some wretched prison in a foreign country. Very true shit. If by chance travel to one of these locations is in your near or even distant future, it's not ever. Please exercise good judgment and refrain from carrying anything for which you could possibly get caught and catch a case. One of all the things to bring back from vacation, a criminal record should be the last thing on the list. It shouldn't even be on the list at all. If it's on your list, even at the end, you really need to think about what you want to do with your life up until that point. And if you're going to have a life after that point, what you going to do with it? Should you even try to get out if you are trying to go in? That's all I'm saying. This is awesome that we have so many people coming together for this fight because this is important to us. And I'm not giving up. Because at the end of the day, this is a human battle. This is not some supernatural movie. This is a real human shit. This is not some shit coming from a book of rules that some man has wrote and told everybody this is the book of rules. Okay? This is a human experience, and I prefer to have things go my way. And because I'm not on team evil, team hater, I don't feel like I have to let those motherfuckers run my life. You know, this is a human experience. They human too. They have to go by these same rules that they seem to be liking. And you know what? This is what makes it like really just crazy, right? If everybody's equal, then why do people let other people run them? Why? Why? Sometimes I have an answer for that. Sometimes I just say, hey, I'm not going to answer that question because I can't say anything nice about people that are letting people hurt them and people that hurt other people. And I feel like I'm joining the team by giving negative feedback about those people and their negative activities. It's like the only way to respond to those type of people is to only way to get them to understand what you're saying is to respond in their own language. And you have to join their team to be able to react. It's like karma. Their karma becomes your karma. So, like, it's just like, what do? You don't want to take on their karma. I think you don't want to. I don't want to. That's for them. I let them keep it. It's hard sometimes to let shit go when you just think you could think of is to retaliate. But that's what the weed is for. The weed is to give you clarity and give you an escape that's not going to cause you more pain. Okay, this food entered your lane. You all in your zone. The motherfucker's trying to take you out. Like 50 Cent had said, I'm out the hood and you trying to pull me back. It's like, just, it's a never ending battle for sure for the human race. But that's why we all die. So nobody got time for this shit forever. And the longer people live, the smarter certain people get. The more power you get. Who wants to battle this life forever and ever and ever and ever? Somebody gotta win. Somebody gotta lose. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be a new fight. Like right now, there's synthetic weed, and people are like, don't call it that. Then I guess you call it what it is, potpourri. It's always going to be a fight to fight. So just choose your fights wisely. That was the point. Choose your battles wisely. As long as you in this fucking earth, you only got one life to live, I guess. Choose your battles wisely. Everybody gonna have a fight to fight. I say choose the ones that you know you can win. Why waste your time on a battle that you've lost 1,000 times, that you just don't want to win, or you can't go back and win. Like, this is the only reason I quit ever. If it's something that I can't recuperate from. Like, if a race, for example, if I'm in second, you're not going to be able to go back like, I want a rematch. And then, you can sometimes get rematches, but at the end of the day, that first one still technically count. The rematch is just a second chance to get that trophy or that glory or that gratification. But you still lost that fucking race, okay? Just gotta learn how to deal. You're not gonna win all the time. You don't try to fight battles that you know you're not gonna win. battles that started years before you got here, and you doing it all by yourself. Shit like that. If those people in those countries don't want weed to be illegal, they don't have to let weed be legal. But the countries that want weed to be legal will make it illegal. At the end of every day, that goes for all the states, too. If y'all want it to be legal, y'all will eventually get it legal. It might take some time, a lot of time, because the people that are feeling like it's the thing to do are outnumbered by the people that's not feeling it. And like I said, everybody die, and it's for a reason. So when those people start dying off, y'all gonna start growing up and running shit, and then things will change. It takes time, though. Sometimes. It takes time. Some things change. Things change. People die. That's what I say. People die and things change. I'm gonna keep that. So when you're stressing out, just remember, people die and things change. Well, it's that time. Have fun. I like those. I don't know nothing about those places really. I used to like those out of the country food. I don't eat all of them. I like my own food. Everybody got pros and cons in the places that they live. That's just a major one for them. A major con for them. Those places that can't have weed. That's sad. It's very sad. But somebody like it like that, or they wouldn't allow it. If you ask me, you put up with what you want to. So thanks for waking up with me. It's that time. I got shit to do. I know you do too on this fun day, Monday. It's the start of a new work week if you didn't have to work on the weekends. Be grateful you have a job in this country and you don't live in those other countries where you cannot smoke weed or you have some other very bogus rule running your life. Be happy today that you can smoke and not go to jail. Be happy you're not in jail. Be happy you don't live in Japan. They was cute, but they wasn't perfect. But until tomorrow.